I think I might have a potential third nest site, which is insane. Good morning, everybody. It's a loud but beautiful morning outside here in north central Florida. This morning I'm going to be looking for bird nests. It's that time of year again when birds are building nests, laying eggs, and all that exciting stuff. So I really want to try this year to find some nests of different species I've never seen the nests of before and try to photograph them. So I brought my camera and I'm just gonna be walking around my neighborhood. I'm gonna target singing birds, which typically means they have a territory established already, so hopefully then there's going to be a nest in construction. So my game plan for today is to try to locate some birds that I know are resident birds and aren't just like spring migrants or something like that. So I'm thinking northern cardinal, white-eyed vireo, tufted titmice, chickadees, even woodpeckers, stuff like that. So I'm just going to kind of try to hone in to what's around me. It'll definitely take some time, I think that finding nests, you really have to stay with a bird for quite a while. And if you find where it's been hanging out a lot, then there's a good chance there's a nest there if it's staying in the same area. So I'm just gonna keep looking. I haven't really found any birds that I wanna find nests for yet, but we're gonna keep at it. So I just spotted, there's a small flock out here of like tufted titmice and Carolina chickadees. And I just saw a titmouse, there he goes, with nesting material in his beak. So presumably he has a nest or she has a nest somewhere, but I'm just gonna try to follow her and see if she can lead me to that. It looks like a crumpled up leaf or something, but hopefully she'll go to her nesting location soon. I've seen titmice nest in like cavities in trees and stuff like that, so we shall see. I'll give you guys an update if I find it. All right, guys, so I saw the titmouse fly up behind this tree, and as I rounded the corner, I can clearly see that on the other side, there's a dead branch here that could most definitely have a cavity in it. So I think I'm gonna stay put here for a few minutes and just see if that's really their nest site. This is really exciting. This isn't just a pretty shot, it's gonna be my bench for a few minutes while I watch the potential titmouse nest. All right, guys, so I wanted to talk a little bit about the tufted titmouse while I'm trying to find a nest. So tufted titmice are small gray songbirds with black beady eyes and a distinct crest. The only color besides gray they really have on them is like a buffy orange wash on their flanks, but they're really common backyard birds in the southeast and across much of Eastern America. They're easy to attract to feeders. They'll pretty much come to any kind of seed feed. Here's a picture of a tufted titmouse I've taken in the past for you guys, just so you can see those field marks I was talking about. The big crest, the beady black eyes, and the orangey flanks. So the titmouse song sounds like repeated whistled phrases. Sometimes people say it sounds like Peter, 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 Peter. It can have some slight variations, but once you get to know it, it's pretty distinct. There it goes. I can't believe we've almost found a potential nest site already. I've been out here for like 5 minutes, so this is actually really exciting. So I'm pretty happy about that. Okay guys, I've been sitting here about 15 minutes or so, and I have not seen the titmice return. So I'm actually just gonna go back here in these woods just a little farther back out of sight. Maybe my proximity to the potential nest site is deterring them, but so I'm gonna do that for 5-10 minutes or so, and if it doesn't come back, then I'm gonna keep looking. So as I'm walking back here, check this out. Beautiful wisteria bloom. I hear a deer back there or something. Anyways, beautiful wisteria bloom. Just 5 feet off the ground. It's a big old bumblebee. Look at that. Pollinate those flowers. That is so cool. So moving back here reminded me about something I wanted to talk about, which is respecting the birds during nesting and breeding season. You know, keeping a safe distance like I'm doing here, which I'm not even sure this is a nest, but I just think is always important. You don't want to disturb the birds. Little photography won't harm. You just, keep the bird safety in mind. It doesn't take much to realize when the birds are being disturbed. So just keep that in mind and enjoy your time, enjoy the birds. But if you are looking for nests, please do be sure to respect the birds as well. Another thing I love about this time of year, oh wait, I think I hear the titmouse. So there is a titmouse close, so I'm going to keep an eye out for that. I was just going to say another thing I love about this year is that it draws your attention to the common birds and the breeding birds that are local, and although you may see them every day, you can appreciate them more and their natural history, and the process of nest building and reproduction is really fascinating. So you can definitely hone into your local species and learn a lot about them during this time of year. All right, guys, unfortunately the titmice have not come back to that spot, so that doesn't mean it's not a nesting spot. I'm just gonna move on because there's only so much time left in the morning, and I want to see if I can maybe get lucky and find another nest. So I'm gonna keep going. Oh snap, my first swallow-tailed kite of the season is flying over. Oh, come on. Let's get it on camera. Oh, he's up. He's obscured by the trees. Sick, these guys just migrated back up here. Oh my goodness, there he goes. Can you see him? Oh, where is he? Oh, crap. Just a split second. Maybe he'll come back. There he is. Nope, that's a turkey vulture. Oh man, I really hope that comes back. That was so cool. Swallow-tailed kites, they breed here in the southeast over the summers, but they just got back from their migration in South America. So hopefully it'll come back. But that was so cool. He's back. There he is, guys. Look at that. Look at that forked tail. Just beautiful. That is so cool. All right, well that kite definitely just made my morning, even if I didn't find the titmouse nest. Hopefully if we can find another nest, that would be, or potential nest site even, that would be fantastic, but I'm happy even just with that. I just love these huge oak trees. Nothing beats them, honestly. It's important to note that it's still pretty early in the nesting season, so it's definitely possible that a lot of these birds haven't even started building their nests, but I think it's definitely better and an advantage to get out early, because a lot of them are done before you know it. So I'm going to be looking throughout the whole summer, and hopefully I'll be able to find a bunch. Here's a female cardinal. Cardinals make their nests pretty low to the ground, so it's definitely not the hardest nest to find. I found several of them. So maybe we can find one today, or if not, then soon. So here's a tufted titmouse, and it actually looks like he's gathering nesting material right now. So I'm pretty close to where the cavity was, so it's possible this could be the same bird. As it turns out, it was not the same bird. I just found, I think, another titmouse nest. While I wasn't filming, the titmouse all of a sudden just flew into the cavity here. So, created by this little aluminum. I guess it protects the wires. Oh, there she is. Oh, that is so cool. It's not the most natural of nest site choices, but I think we 100% just found a titmouse nest. The only issue now is that I won't really be able to show you guys the nest itself, because it's going to be tucked away in there, out of reach, but it would have been the same situation for the other nest. However, hopefully it'll come back, and this one's even actually closer to my house, which is really cool. I'll wait here for a few minutes and see if it comes back and brings more material. And that was really cool to see it collected and then fly straight to where it's gonna be building a nest. Right, now that I have a spot where she's coming back to, I'm gonna kind of hang around here, lay low a little bit, and see if I can get some pictures of her gathering the nesting material. That would be really cool. And she's right back to the same spot, collecting moss. I thought it was a little strange that a titmouse was on the ground. While they do forage on the ground occasionally, they're typically up in trees. But I guess this is her spot. Okay, both of the titmice are back. It looks like the male and female pair. So I'm gonna... Oh, there's 3 of them. Oh, this is confusing. Well, there's a pair somewhere in there, trust me. But she's getting the material now, so I'm gonna try to get some photos real quick. So the activity's really good this morning still. It's like 9 o'clock, 9:30, and birds are still singing and quite active, but I'm really excited. There's a pair of white-eyed vireos just ahead of me, a male and a female presumably, but they have really cool nests. I've never seen one before, only pictures, but I'm gonna kind of scout the area and see if I can get lucky, see if they're building a nest. So as I'm saying that, there's another pair of tufted titmice right up here, and I think I might have a potential third nest site, which is insane. So I'm just recording using my phone here, but that little part of a branch right there is where I saw one fly into. So if it's hollow, it could be a third tufted titmouse nest. So coming around the side here, it's kind of backlit, sorry. You can see it is kind of hollow, and there's definitely potential that could be a nest, but I'll wait and see if they decide to go in or bring nesting material in. So after waiting for a few minutes, I'm not entirely sure that third site is a tufted titmouse nest, but it's still possible. I'm keeping an eye on these vireos though, the white-eyed vireos. I really want to see if they've started a nest and if I can find it. So I'm just gonna wait around here. They're kind of just foraging around right now, but they might lead me somewhere cool. So I looked down at my phone for about 15 seconds, and of course the vireos took off and I haven't been able to relocate them. I'm gonna keep looking for a little bit. Might come back a little bit later and see if we'll have luck in a little bit. All right, everybody, it's a little bit later in the day, still kind of the morning. I had a beautiful encounter with a male cardinal and got probably my best cardinal photos ever, which is really cool. I'm walking around and there's more of this low-hanging wisteria and has some stink bugs on it. Look at him in there. I think it's a stink bug. I don't really know bugs too well. There's another one up there. Maybe they're like hunting for bees or something. Who knows? But they're cool nonetheless. All right, so it's a little bit later in the day. We just had a nice little rain, which cooled things down a little bit, and the birds are singing again. So I just finished editing a video, got that up. So I'm gonna get back out, see if I can find any more nests. I'm a little ways down from my house now, and I just found another tufted titmouse gathering nesting material, which is crazy. I guess this just must be the perfect time for them to all be building nests, which is really cool. So first week of March, I guess, seems to be a prime time, but I'll try to get a video for you guys. It's a bit overcast, and so the lighting isn't great, but I'll see what I can do. So here's the tree that tufted titmouse just went into. So tufted titmice, they can't like create their own cavities, so that's why they have to utilize dead trees or woodpecker holes, nest boxes, or metal pipes, as we saw earlier. And she's up, right into the cavity. Well, it looks like there's some more rain coming in, so I better hurry back before I get all my gear wet. But I mean, 2 confirmed nests and 2 probable nests, that's pretty cool, just for one morning especially. Well, the titmouse is great, but I'm very displeased to say that the mosquitoes are back. So probably gotten 3 or 4 bites here just trying to film this titmouse, but it's worth it. So I was gonna point out that the male was singing his Peter, Peter whistle song, but he started scolding, which you can hear that. And his scolding is attracting all these little songbirds from the canopy are going in his direction because he's setting out an alarm. Now, I don't think the alarm's because of me, because I was back there several yards before he started calling. I'm not sure what he's worried about. Possibly another intruding male or something. Well, it looks like whatever upset the birds seemed to have put a stop to the female's nest building for now, so. But that's another tufted titmouse nest. That's crazy. It's been the fourth nest I found today, or likely the fourth nest. And I'd say that's a win. I mean, one morning and one afternoon of searching and 4 titmice nests. That's pretty cool. There's a ton of titmice singing. I mean, they're definitely one of the most abundant woodland songbirds here, but I mean, I've probably heard and seen at least a dozen today, so Peter, 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 Peter. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned. I will definitely be tracking these nests and monitoring them and looking for new nests as well. I'm pretty excited for that, and stay tuned. Spring migration is coming.